Borrow Couture is here. Sweet. Hey guys, welcome back. Mr. Virgo here. I'm gonna give you guys a real quick video. It's not gonna be long. It's not gonna take 6 years, whatever. It's not gonna have like full 20-minute gameplay, whatever, in here. All right, Styanax, new warframe just came out. If you log in within 2 weeks from 2 days ago, on the 7th, yeah. If you log in from September 7th, as soon as Veilbreaker drop, within the first 2 weeks, you get Styanax, the 50th warframe. Pretty dope, pretty cool, but let me show you what I changed on him. Don't mind this. This is, I was testing something with the Latum, so this, you can get rid of this. Now, I don't have this arcane, but this is what I would recommend you run in his spot. For me, honestly, I would run, where is it? Right here, Arcane Energize. Now, Arcane Energize is probably your best way to sustain on him with this, the setup that I'm running, okay? I just don't have it, so I kind of have to make do with what I got, and Arcane Energize is something I need to go get. Arcane Energize, your other Arcane, you can run, you know, because you have 2 slots here, you can run utility for your weapon, you know, whatever be, you know, Arcane Strike, whatever. You can run, you can run whatever you want, really, is what I'm trying to say. Like, alright. Honestly, what I'm going to end up running is most likely going to be Arcane Energize, and where's the other one? Arcane Barrier. This dude gets a lot of shields, so the fact that you can restore your shields, well, honestly, see, this is the thing. I don't know if you even want to go with this, because his base shields are 700, right? So, like, his base shield 750, okay? 750, 700, whatever. All right? That would be good, but it doesn't proc on his over shields, right? So Arcane Barrier is going to be a test for me, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm most likely going to run. If not, let me think. If not, the only other ability, or the only other thing I would recommend running would be Mold Augmented, because this stacks up to 250 times. His last ability is kind of lacking in that department. So with this fully stacked, it gives you what, like, was it 40%, right? It gives you 40% strength on your abilities. So that would put you over the armor strip cap for your second ability. The only other thing I could recommend running, alright, so right here, I'm going to switch something up, okay, because I found out the issue that I was having with this guy. You need Rolling Guard for Steel Path. I don't care what anybody else says, you need Rolling Guard for Steel Path, okay? Rolling Guard will save you so much time, so much headache, so much everything, okay? Now, I opted for Airburst for the grouping utility, because, in all honesty, Axial Javelin is a hit or miss. Yes, it's a lot more spam intensive for your character loadout, but the thing is, it just doesn't reliably group, so I've opted for Airburst. Now, my efficiency on this goes down with Airburst. You could use Ensnare here instead, but I think Ensnare is just about the same energy drain rate as Airburst, and I don't have Ensnare in the helmet system yet. So I've opted for Airburst. It's a more reliable grouping utility, okay? Guaranteed 100% armor strip, even though it says 92, but with corrosive projection, the other 18%, one hit of this strips armor, 100%. Works on acolytes, works on everything except for the Archon Hunt boss. All right, the spoilers coming. I don't care. So, and it should not come to a surprise to you guys that I've already hit that point, because, you know, I was playing for 3 weeks. I got to Steel Path within 3 weeks. So, from zero to Steel Path, 3 weeks. Right here, your third ability gives you much needed buff. You get 5 energy per second. You get 92 shields on kill. Okay, so then your shields stack up to 1950. Now, I was running adaptation, but against Corpus, adaptation doesn't really work as well as so this guy is more for fighting Grenier by far. Just the way his kit feels. Okay, like Corpus, the shields. If you throw your javelin at a Corpus enemy, it kind of just knocks them down. It doesn't group them, like, and that's even hitting them against a wall. But with airburst, it groups all enemies. It doesn't care if you have shields or not. So this is kind of a more for everybody playstyle type thing, or every enemy playstyle. Otherwise, if you're using Axial Javelin, you're going to have to go up against Grenier. It's just going to be a lot easier. Thorough Strike, I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but strips armor, does nothing against Corpus. Like, they don't have armor. They're already weak. They have shields. So this is going to be useless against them, but it's a good utility because it heals you 185 health per enemy hit. So you can keep your health up. Honestly, you might want to even drop, I don't know, you could drop Prime Continuity or something here for Vitality or Umbral Vitality, whatever. That's up to you for this ability to actually be more effective. This one gives you shield per kill and gives you energy regeneration. What's not to love, okay? And then Final Stand, in my opinion, not the best ability. It doesn't scale very well. Against Grenier, it's perfectly fine, because you strip armor with your 2, pop this, everything dies. Okay, it doesn't matter their level, everything dies. But against Corpus, this is good for taking out shields when they're all grouped up, and maybe you'll get lucky and take out a couple of them with the slash procs. But the slash procs, from what I've seen, aren't very reliable. The explosion doesn't always knock them down, so it's kind of hit or miss. Like, this would be the other ability I take away and make him into a pure tank. Now what's going to happen here is whenever I get my Exilis slot here and all that stuff, I'm going to end up most likely running Handspring just because I don't have Prime Sure-Footed yet. Handspring, or I'm going to run probably Preparation to start with maximum energy. Now with the Archon system, which I'm not going to show right now, which I should show, you can actually buff your armor, your energy, health, shields. Okay, you can buff all these stats. You can also get other stats too for other parts of your game, whatever. But in terms of overall survivability, he's decent. He's not nowhere near unkillable, but against Grenier, he's a lot stronger. Okay, especially when you're running Airburst. Airburst groups them all, and then, yeah, you just... So your combo is like this. You hit your 3 to get your energy regen. Airburst, Thorough Strike, Javelin. That's it. Javelin Strike, Final Stand. Okay, that's your combo. Simple. Super simple. Pop this before you go in. Pop this to group. Pop this to strip armor. Pop this to kill. Easy. Pretty easy. It's not brain dead. You do got to move with this, which is why Rolling Guard is so valuable, because the dodge roll invincibility. You dodge roll into a Final Stand. If mine was maxed, I'd have 3 seconds of invincibility with a 6-second cooldown, but I don't have it maxed, so I have a 2-second invulnerability. So what I do is pop this, group them, hit them with Thorough Strike, dodge roll into a Final Stand, and that right there usually gives me enough time to stay alive and kill everything when it's Grenier. If it's Corpus, man, you just gotta pray and spray, you know what I mean? So to get rid of your energy issues that you will have with this, Arcane Energize. I just don't have it, but it is what it is. Another utility you could use is Arcane Eruption. Now this at max gives you a 100% chance to knock down nearby enemies on energy pickup, which would synergize really well with Arcane Energize. So, I mean, there's that you could do. Let me see. And really that's about it for this setup. I don't really know the other ones that I would recommend. I haven't really played with too many of them, but multi-augmented and energy, Arcane Energize would be pretty good. Together, Arcane Energize and Eruption would be pretty good. You could probably even run Arcane Eruption and Augmented would be pretty nice for stun locks, basically. But this works better with a group setting, by the way. You can run this solo. This is an all-around, all-content setup. So you run this solo, you can do it. You just got to play smart. If you're running with a group, it's more brain dead to play because you got other teammates in there that are using different warframes. Caliban and this guy synergize freaking phenomenally. Cora and this guy synergize phenomenally. You run whatever with him, and it's going to synergize pretty well. Everybody benefits. But yeah, that's the build. Weapons don't matter, bro. You strip armor with this guy, weapons don't matter. You can run whatever. If you're going against Corpus, I would recommend something with a little bit of DPS to get around their shields, or something with high magnetic damage, whatever. I like playing with the Styanax. Let me show you this build. This is a theory build, but it relies on your gas, electricity, procs to stun lock enemies and do damage over time. Your 42% gives you just enough crit to hit punch munitions kind of reliably. I would say it's less reliable to run hunter munitions on this. Instead, you could opt for something else, but hunter munitions, the slash damage scales with enemy level, enemy health, so I'm just keeping it there. Yeah, I'm just keeping it there. It's not gonna kill my build or nothing. Now, if I can, I'm gonna try to find me a Riven that comes with. I know I'm gonna be searching for a while, but I want something with toxic and fire on it to make the gas with a little bit of. Honestly, I'm gonna go with hopefully crit chance. So those will be my 3 positives, and then my negative, I don't really care. Like, I'll take a hit to, I don't know, electricity or something, or I'll take a damage hit to, I don't know, one of the factions or whatever. Doesn't matter. I will find one eventually, and I will roll it till I get what I want. Secondary, you can use whatever you want. I just have the Kuva Nucor because, well, why not? It's got 35% magnetic on it, which is nice. I gotta kill my current lich to go get a better version of this, because I want to put 60%. I want to put 60% magnetic on it. Like, let me show you my plans here. So for this thing, it's got heat, right? And that's from primed heated charge. Okay. The magnetic stat is kind of trash right now because it's not maxed. Once I get this to 60%, this will be around, I think, 34 or something like that. I do believe. Somewhere in there. I'm getting viral from the Frostbite and Pistol Pestilence mods. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in, get me a cold one. Okay, which will put another status right here where the heat is, and then I'm gonna go in and get a toxic one combined for viral. So then I'll have a radiation magnetic viral setup, and then I can run heat, which then would mean I can get rid of these 2 mods, right? and I can run prime heated charge, and I can get more multi-shot, whatever. Which once I start upgrading this more further, the build's gonna change. Like, I want the status chance, right? I want to be above 130 status chance. So one of these might even stay on, but then that's gonna form gas or, you know, blast. Blast isn't a bad thing considering it's a high status build, and blast would knock everything down. Not a bad build, not a bad setup. And it would proc very reliably with 142 status. Honestly, this you don't need. You don't need damage mods. Like, the reason why I have it is just to like slightly boost my viral tick. Don't need it. Take this off. You can easily just put on a faction mod. Expel Infested, Expel Grenier. I don't have Expel Corpus, otherwise that's what would be on. So you can take this off. You don't need this. This has more than enough going for it without the damage mods. Yeah, the base increase is nice. Not needed. Let's see. You can use whatever you like. The Latum is a very strong pistol. In my opinion, probably the strongest. This is the build I'm going for. Right here. Excuse me. Stomach's acting up. I need to eat something. But this is the build I'm going for. It's primarily for the alt fire mode, which is a guaranteed impact proc. Guaranteed on your secondary fire. The radial attack, the little bullets do explode on the secondary, which cause radiation damage. Pretty nice, 20% fall off. But the impact, the reason why this is important here is because impact status effects have a 35% chance to apply a slash status effect. Now, I don't know if my fire rate is actually within the norm or within the 2.5 with this, considering this is a it's still a pretty slow firing rate, even though I have anemic agility on. If I didn't have this on and I was running hemorrhage, I would definitely get more benefit out of this, right? So, but I want a little bit more fire rate for the alt fire or the evolved form, just to proc this a lot faster. Anyway, like I said, your weapons don't matter. Just bring something that can kill things, proc status. So you need a stat stick. Okay, you want to bring either a pistol with a stat stick. The Nucor is a perfect stat stick. The Tenet Cycron's a stat stick. You got the Zorus, Jaw Sword. You got a bunch of different weapons you can use here to proc your stuff. Ultranox, like I said, this is just me. That's my playstyle. I like playing with it. Finmore is my favorite gun in the game. Strongest gun in the game. Don't care what anybody says. You can't argue with me. If I could take out, you know, a fully armored Demolist in like a fraction of like 3 seconds with this, I think it's pretty freaking strong. It's legit. Anyway, enough rambling on. This was a showcase for Styanax, not for my weapons. But yeah, so that's the build. Remember, Arcane Energize and whatever other arcane you want, whether it be Arcane Eruption, Molt Augmented, it doesn't matter what you pick. It doesn't matter. You can run whatever. Like I said, this is for all content. This isn't just like, oh, you know, level 9,000 enemies. No. This is all content. If you're going against level 9,000 enemies solo, dude, you're a beast. Alright? First of all, you're a beast. I'm not there. The highest I've gotten to is 1,200. So, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I don't have all the mods that I want. Exilis, I would run Prime Sure-Footed. Especially if you got a weapon that does like a lot of knockdown or whatever, or can knock you down. Self-imposed stagger. Handspring is also really good. Less time you're on your butt, more DPS you put out. Let's see what else. You could run preparation if you wanted to. Not needed, considering if you have arcane energize, you will sustain just fine. You want a little bit of duration on this build, right? This isn't primarily duration based, but duration does affect how many numbers of javelins this dude throws. So I find 35 being a pretty decent amount. So really, if you were to get rid of Streamline for fleeting expertise, because I know a lot of you guys are thinking it, you're going to take a too big a hit to your duration, and then your javelins are going to fall to 17, which isn't going to do enough damage. So, all honesty, keep Streamline, keep your duration above the threshold of 100, and then lower some of your cost. Now, fleeting expertise will lower the cost of airburst to 20 from 35, which is more manageable than 35, which means if you were running fleeting, you could drop arcane energize and you should have no issue sustaining, considering. But the only other thing I would recommend, if you're going to run fleeting expertise, I would drop transport for blind rage, most likely, because you're gonna get diminishing returns. Really, let's see, still drops you under the 100% cap. 24 javelins is still better than the other one. Your damage does go up, which means you can drop corrosive projection for another aura mod. I don't have a very many, but you could run brief respite to shield gate. Well, actually, no, don't run that, because that's going to cause your airburst to run even higher. Yeah, never mind. Don't run that. Yeah, let's not run that and say we did. Okay. Streamline, where are you? Get transport back on here. This is just the build that I've found is the most comfortable to use. Like I said here, you could take off this and run Ensnare. Ensnare would probably be a better grouping utility because it would last longer with the duration setup. I think it might actually be cheaper than Airburst. I might be wrong on that, but I don't know. Either way, you group them up, hit them with your 2, ulti. Simple. But yeah, I don't know. Once I get a better feel for him and, you know, play around with him a little bit more, I still got these other 2 configs to play with, so I plan on doing that. This is just my overall or all-around content. I mean, I did the Arch on Hunt with this guy. I didn't have any issues. You know, it's kind of lackluster in my opinion. Maybe the next arc on Hunt in 5 days will be better, but it is what it is. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.